Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Side Gig Crafts. Guys, it's Wednesday. It's Watercolor Wednesday. We're bringing it back. Hashtag Watercolor Wednesday. This is an open collaboration started by me. Other people have done it, I think. But I am bringing it back. I was doing it before. This is last week. This was the first week. This is the book I'm going to be using. I'm going to be not doing tutorials per se, but I'm going to be going through this book until I feel like moving on to a different one, probably at least through the fall. And then maybe we'll do some other things. But this is the first week that I did. This was last week. And this week, today, we are doing caterpillars. They've drawn in the book. So if you feel like going and getting this book, you can get it on Amazon or your local bookstore, I'm sure. It's called Watercolor with Me in the Forest by Dana Fox. She's got other ones too, but this one is the fall themed one. So this is the one I'm using currently. So I hope you guys will join in, whether it's, even if you don't use this book, that's okay. You can paint your own things or do your own crafting while I'm crafting or painting. That would be okay too. Just get out some of your less used materials and tools and let's just have some fun together. And if you do, please feel free to tag me because I love going and checking out your videos and supporting you as well. So this is telling me it's using 4 different colors. You can see them: sap green, raw umber, ivory black, and yellow ochre. I may or may not use those colors. I'll probably, I don't know. I kind of went off theme last week. I don't have a lot of room on this desk, guys. I need to just get some of these projects out of here probably, and you know, make some room. So for now, let's just put this up here. You guys don't have to see all the colors that I have. If I tell you about them, that'll work, won't it? Well, this is gonna have to do. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. I'm used to using a piece of paper, not a whole book, when I paint. So actually, maybe I can just kind of do this. Maybe that's how we'll do it. That's how we'll get away with it. Okay, is that good? I probably should have settled before I started. All right, so, and I have my little towel here, so if I need to stop, I'm just going to use what's here on my palette because that's a pretty color right there. And they're probably using, what, a 6? Fine brush, size 2 or 3 works well. Oh, I said 6. Let's try 2 or 3. What's this one? That's a 2. No, that works out pretty well. All right. So, how you doing? How are you doing? I hope everybody's doing great. Let's see how this caterpillar looks. He's green like every other one. It probably will tell me how to do this, and I'm just going to kind of do my own thing. I went by the instructions last time and I struggled a little bit. I mean, I got a pretty good results really considering, but I think I kind of want to do my own thing this time and see how it turns out in comparison. And we'll use the colors that are here on the palette instead of trying to mix new ones. What I learned last week is that, well, I mean, I knew this, but yeah, one of the techniques that they really went for is go light and then go back in and go a little darker, and you can do layers, which, you know, I don't usually do layers because they say not to overwork it. And I always feel like I'm overworking it when I do layers, but that's how I got the results I got, and they turned out okay. Not professional. I'm no pro. I'm sure not teaching any tutorials here, but that's what I learned. That is what I learned. That was the biggest takeaway, I think, from last week. So we'll see what this week's takeaway is. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments below if you are watercoloring along with me, or if you're creating along with me. Maybe you're coloring or using markers, or maybe you're sewing, maybe you're cleaning your house. I don't know. Whatever you're doing, I appreciate you being here more than you know. I'm actually filming this on Tuesday. I started a different video today, but realized I really wasn't feeling up to it. And I know that I need to record this for tomorrow, so here I am. I don't know which one of those is supposed to be green. This one's yellow, then black, then green. I think I went out of order somewhere. I think this one's going to be green. And when I say yellow, it's kind of a gold, well, the yellow ochre, yeah. And I am going to use that one if I can find it. Yellow, let's see, I do have it, right? It's this one. It's this color-ish. There we go. And that one is going to be, I'm going to go really light with that. And that one's going to be this one. And then there's a few more. I need to dab some of that up. That's too much. We can do layers, remember? And then every other, like in here, these are that color, but I probably shouldn't do those yet in case some of those are yellows or greens are still wet. Because I don't want them to bleed together. So we'll just go patiently here. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. I think in the meantime, what we can do is hit these branches. So I'm gonna go with a light brown. And again, I'm just gonna use what's here on the palette. I have a darker brown up here, so I think we're safe with this one. Let's go around here. I've been watching crafting videos for Christmas all day and holiday stuff. Oh my gosh, I have so many ideas, you guys. So many things I want to do. And I have to remind myself I don't have an outlet to make all these things because I don't have any room to put them in my own house. So they'd have to be gifts or something, and I just don't have that outlet. My family all lives across the state, so you know, we don't exchange gifts. At Christmas, just the kids and I, whoever's here. And this year, nobody's here, so it's going to be a quiet holiday, I'm sure. Of course, it was last year, too. There we go. Trying not to get too many streaks, but in watercolor, streaks and inconsistent colors are expected, and they're accepted and okay, because you can always layer on and make it different. But that's one of the neat things about watercolor, is the variance in colors and things. So we'll add add some of this dark brown too. I want to add the dark brown to the bottom. Oh, maybe I need to do this a little differently. And the paper in this book is watercolor paper, so it works and flows and does all the things that watercolor paper should do. We'll just kind of soften that line up just a bit. There, that's better, a little better. put some of this darker color down here. And under the pillar, the caterpillar. Because he would leave a shadow, wouldn't he? Sure he would. Just a little one. I've had a couple caterpillars in my house this last week. It was kind of funny. I think I've got, like, are they army worms or something in my trees? And I think a couple of them found their way into the house. Those are not good to have in your trees. I tell you what, they can destroy a tree and grass. Oops, that's not really where I wanted to put it. I wanted to put it in the shadows. But we can make that work. Right under the worm. And I've had a bunch of orb spiders in my yard too. I keep walking into the webs. It's pretty funny. Who said I couldn't dance, right? Oh, I can. I can, my friend. When I'm walking to a spider web, I'm dancing good. There we go. I'm playing. I can't dance for beans. Okay. Okra. Not okra, ochre. Okra is green. You know, I had never had okra until I moved to the South. That's not something that my family ate in California. Not that they don't have it there, we just didn't eat it, so I really didn't notice if it was there or not, because it wasn't something that was on my radar. I wouldn't have noticed. We did eat a lot of avocados, though, and it's funny how many people here have never even tasted one. Still love my avocados. Okay, this one is yellow, and that one is black. A little more yellow there. While I'm waiting for that to dry a bit, I'm going to go back in for these leaves. I'm going to mix some greens over off the side of my palette. We're going to go in hopefully lightly. That wasn't super lightly, but it wasn't too dark either. Made that a little bigger than the drawing, but that's okay. When it comes down to it, it's my picture, so I can make it however I want to. And you can do the same thing. We don't have to follow all the rules. Okay, we're going to put a little darker green on the leaves. Just a little bit. We'll just kind of go around a little bit there. Maybe a little bit there. Probably should have gone underneath where the shade would have been. That's better. That's better. It probably would have been also better if I would have done one leaf at a time so I could get the shading right. That would have been smart. but I can go in and work it just a bit. Soften up those lines, maybe put a couple little details in there. That's a little better. There we go. Okay, well, I'm happy with it so far. Let's see, we've got on the yellow, I'm going to darken some of this yellow. So what I want to do is go back underneath. I'm going to add a little bit of this color. No, that's not the right color I wanted to add. I wanted to add a little bit of, actually, this is kind of more the color I want. Let's bring this color down instead. And we'll put some of that down, just down here at the bottom of the yellow ochre, just, you know, where the shadows again would be. Just darken it up just a bit. We're going to do the same thing to the green. Just add some of that color. Just so he's not flat looking. We'll even put some on his little face. There we go. All right, and then I'm gonna just kind of smooth it out like I did with the other. I missed that spot with the other shading. Just kind of smooth it out. Okay, and then I want to do the same thing with the green, so I'm going to take a darker color, and I think I'm going to pick up some of this dark green that's over at this other side, which you can't really see, but I'm going to pick some of that up, and I'm going to drop it over here, and I'm going to add some of this light green here and kind of blend it a little bit. I think that'll give me maybe not quite the color I want. There we go, that might be better. And we're just gonna kind of go down here. Okay, again, I'm gonna go super light, hopefully, and just blend it in. It's darker than the color that's on there, and that's what I'm hoping will make it look shaded. There we go. Okay, that's a bit much. If you ever get too much, you can pick it up with your brush. Okay, now, I have a feeling, I wonder if, here's an idea. I don't know if this is going to work. I might just totally mess it up. I wonder if I do this. What it'll do. It kind of smoothed it out, didn't it? I think it did what I wanted it to do. That's kind of cool. Okay, well, that's an idea. And then we need to make a little black face. And it says ivory black. And I don't have, do I have an ivory black? I don't know what that means, ivory black. I don't have an ivory black. I just have black. I'm going to mix it with green. I don't know why. I just feel like it's going to gray it up just a little bit and soften that harshness. So that's kind of my goal there. And it did, and that's cool. Now, I'm worried that when I move this, I'm going to find that more of those spots were supposed to actually be black. But I think what I'm going to do is just add my own little black lines in there. Kind of like that. And then make some of them a little thicker. I feel like I'm failing right now. Like this was not the way to do it. And it wasn't. So basically, what I'm seeing is something more along the lines of, oh, shoot, how did it go? Like there's spots on here. And I probably shouldn't have started outlining them. But I already did it, so I can't take it back. And then there's little feet under here too. Next week I might follow the instructions a little bit more. We'll see what we come up with. If I feel like being a rebel. You can see how it didn't really do me justice here, or didn't help me any. If I'd followed the instructions, I might have done it a little bit better. They do kind of give you instruction on how to paint it and what to do when and how and all that, but it looks like yeah, no. Tanya couldn't be bothered. Here, let's just close this one in and just call it black. And then give me some more. We'll just put some spots in here. It could have been worse. I mean, there we go. We're almost done. Almost done. Should I keep going with I don't know if I should keep going with the lines. I feel like I failed it. Like I probably wasn't supposed to paint those. Oh, well. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have painted those because I like this end better. But that's where we're at. That's what we did. You guys, it didn't turn out very good. But you know what? I did learn some things again. Read the instructions. I learned that technique with the brush worked out nicely. I mixed black and green, and that taught me that I got a different lighter black, and that was kind of nice. So yeah, it's not a bust. We got some things done. We learned. What'd you guys learn? That I'm a hot mess? You learned. See? Well, let's compare. Let's compare. I mean, it's not too bad. It's just not, you know, doesn't look like that. But it's not horrific, I guess. Oops, I guess I should show you the actual picture. What do you think? It's bad. It's bad. Let's see what next week is. Next week is a fern. You know what? I think I can do that one. I think I can. It's going to be fun. I can do a fern. I've done ferns before. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know this is a quick one. I hope that you will give it a try. Give your watercolors or your art supplies a try and make something beautiful today. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.